Jazz Night. My name is Mr. Casuto, Christopher Casuto. I am the director of the middle school jazz band. Later this evening you'll hear the high school jazz band, which is directed by Nick Marcotte, who is not with us today because he's taking care of his newborn baby. A quick round of applause for that. The middle school jazz band has 3 selections for you tonight. The first one is called Mr. PC, and hope you enjoy it. So, interesting thing about the program is we actually are playing these songs in the order that the reverse order that we learned them in. So we actually put that together in the last 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, I think they did a pretty dang good job. So maybe one more round of applause. Our next song for you this evening is called Undercover Bossa, a little bit different of a style, more Latin inspired. So here it is. One thing about that last tune before I leave you. We had 3 soloists. We had Lucas Vinaco on the trumpet. We also had Sophia Boulay on clarinet. And Brendan Folster on the trombone. This song will also feature Brendan Folster as well as Caleb Niebuhr. They think that one sounds like elevator music. Our last selection for you tonight is called Fat Cat. If you were at either the Tri-M induction ceremony or the 4th and 5th grade concert, you'll definitely recognize this one. Hope you enjoy. This one will feature Ava Miskowitz on alto saxophone. One, two, and. All right, if I could just leave you guys with one thing, it'd be that, so middle school jazz band doesn't do a ton of concerts and extra opportunities, I guess you would say. So this year, the the Triumph induction ceremony and the 4th and 5th grade concert were the only other things they've done besides this. And typically this is like their last hurrah of the season, if you will. A little bit about middle school marching band. Middle school marching band, here I am. Jazz band is we practice one time a week for an hour and a half. So it's really a low commitment level. I see a lot of younger band students out there just kind of doing a little shameless plug real quick. So once you're in 7th grade, the door is wide open for you to become a jazz band member. So thank you guys for being a terrific audience, and have a great rest of your night. And enjoy high school jazz band.
In front of you now, you have the High School Jazz Ensemble. I have to tell you, it is a privilege that I get to stand in front of them and conduct. It's been several years since I've taught the group. I wish Mr. Marcotte was here. For those of you that are going through Marcotte withdrawal, he will be conducting the group on Sunday. Speaking of Sunday. Apparently many of you do have Marcotte withdrawal. So every year the High School Jazz Ensemble goes to a district festival and they compete, and they're competing against a very high set of standards. They're judged by college jazz band directors. And then if you get a gold, you move on to states. Very few groups go to states and receive a gold. And for the first time, I think if my numbers are right, it's about 16 years, the High School Jazz Ensemble received a gold medal at states. So now, they get one more opportunity to perform. It's something that, like I said, we have not done much in the history of our program. On Sunday, as in 2 days from now, they will be traveling up to Boston and playing at the Hatch Memorial Show on the Esplanade in downtown Boston. So if you are available and you don't mind making the commute, we love to have a big fan base there. They perform at 12:55 at the Hatch Show. A little warning, there's not parking there, so you have to know a little bit about Boston, but it'll be worth it because they're going to put on a great show as they're about to right now. The first song for tonight is Basie Straight Ahead. The first selection featured Brendan Folster on trombone, and Clover Maloney on tenor sax. And for those of you that think you recognize them, they're both in middle school. So they both performed at the middle school jazz band, and now they stood up and did 2 improv solos with the high school jazz ensemble, which is not easy to do. And Caleb Niebuhr on trumpet. I have a minute to stall. So our next selection features, no dad jokes. Sorry, Emily. Our next selection features one of our seniors of the group. I want to share with you, she will be getting an award, and this is my own shameless plug. Our high school music awards night is Tuesday, May 16th. Features a concert band and wind ensemble right here in the BMR auditorium, and we pass out awards to kids that have earned awards over the years. BMMA gives out scholarships, so she will be receiving an actual plaque on that night, but I need to share what happens when we go to districts is there are probably about 15 different jazz ensembles that perform on a given day. And at the end of the day, the 4 judges will get together and think about one musician that they heard all day that just was unbelievable, that was a definite head above everyone else. And it's very, as you can imagine, not easy to get, to be one person that stands out amongst 12 to 15 jazz bands. Well, this year they actually chose Tori Gervais to be that person. So she received the Most Valuable Performer Award for the entire day at District Jazz Festival. And this is Back in Time. Before we play our last selection, we have to do some raffle drawings.
This raffle will be for the droid backpack. The backpack, not the actual droid. It is a hot pink ticket, number 067061.
All right, next we'll be picking for the cooler full of goodies. It's a white ticket, 997-6655. Woo! Oh!
Well done, Nick.
All right, I have the droid, that cute little droid. All right, it's a yellow ticket, 718648.
We got Jake.
Just a few quick things before we play our last song. I first want to recognize the seniors, the accomplishments that they've made, not just this year, but all the years prior to this, are in large part due to the motivation and the talent and the hard work that these seniors have put in for years. So seniors, if you could please stand. Also, Tori and Adam are already standing, but seniors, please stand. Everyone give them a round of applause. Hunter was already standing as well. I also want to, just to look to the future, because that's obviously what we're always doing here. I also want to just have all of the middle school students that are involved in this jazz band, please stand up. Once again, Lucas and Caleb are already standing, so that doesn't really work in this group, but you get the idea. Two more things to thank. Number one, Music Association puts this event on every night, every year, sorry. We don't want to do this every night. Speaking of which, I gotta tell you, Tuesday night for the NHS induction ceremony, I conducted them, because obviously Mr. Markow's not around, and I had forgotten how loud they play. I remember I made a joke that wasn't received very well by the grandparents several years ago, that they might want to turn their hearing aids down. I think I'm going to need them after tonight, because they, wow. So if we could give a big round of applause. This is a wonderful evening for jazz, so thank you, Music Association. When I first started teaching jazz, because I'm a tuba player and I never played jazz in high school, when I first started teaching jazz, one of the things I was impressed with is that jazz is its own language. This is very different from what students learn in fourth grade band or fifth grade band and beyond. The ways that they approach phrases, the ways that they approach the technique of their instrument is very, very different. And these students and the middle school students have decided to make this something that they're doing. And I think that's a really wonderful thing, because jazz is, as they always say, jazz is America's true original music. This was developed in this country, and it's something that I know a lot of school districts struggle with keeping a jazz program going. We're very fortunate that we have so many students involved. So big round of applause for all the jazz musicians tonight. And last, and I promise we'll play last song, I want to thank the parents, because to come to these jazz rehearsals, whether it's once a week or twice a week, or festivals or concerts, it takes a lot of commitment from the parents as well. So parents, thank you for all the carpooling and trafficking that you do for these students. Students, give your parents a round of applause. The last selection tonight is, I'm just going to call it samba. One of the things that, as much as jazz is America's music, jazz composers really aren't good at coming up with titles. And the title for this song, I'm sure they'll tell you later, is just awful. Anyway, so it's samba. It's going to feature Brendan Foster on trombone, Adam Rockwell, one of our seniors, on bass. There you go. This is samba. One last plug, 12:55 on Sunday at the Hatch Memorial Show in Boston. Try to be there. Thanks.